I think we played well. We were flying to the ball. Effort was great. We're a young team, so you're always going to get some mental bust, some misalignment, stuff like that. But overall, I think we played really well. Defense was hustling. Back end was doing their thing. We were hustling to the ball. Defensive line did well. Of course, Rick Wade with the strip sack and all that. But overall, I think the defense played really well.
How about you, personally?
I think for my first game, I wasn't too nervous. That was the biggest thing for me. It was like, don't go out there thinking it's more than what it is. Just come out there thinking it's another practice. Personally, I think I did my job. Just was sound in my assignments. Hustled to the ball really well. Ended off the game with 9 or so tackles, which was good for me. I thought I performed really well. So I think I did a pretty good job out there.
Were you really comfortable? Did you know your assignments, do you think?
Yeah, I felt really comfortable out there. After the first series, I was like kind of calm, took a big breath of air and like let it all out, and I was ready for whatever had to come to me. So I felt pretty good out there. Pretty not too nervous and stuff like that. So it was good.
Was your dad able to come watch?
Yeah, he came out there. He was with my family. He was with my mom, grandmother, uncle, and my other uncle. So my whole family came out to see me.
That's probably the first time in a long time he's been able to watch you in person.
Yeah, last time he saw me was to see a game was probably last year. He came out to our high school championship, or no, 2 years ago, our high school championship, Mater Dei versus Bosco. So that was fun, but it's been a long time since he actually seen me play. So
what's it like just having him back in person, being able to go through?
I would say it's kind of emotional because he didn't get to see a lot of my high school games, which was, I mean, it's a sacrifice he made, but I'm glad that now he's came back and he could see my games. But it was pretty emotional, and I was thinking about it like all throughout this week. Like he could finally see me play. I'm so happy that he's in the stands, like looking at me, and as a father, I know he's very happy to see me play. So it's really good to see.
What are the challenges at Oklahoma? I don't know how much film you've watched on them, but no Baker Mayfield, but they completed like 90% of their passes last week. So what is it they got rolling on offense?
I haven't checked too much about them, but I just know for us personally, we have to do the extra. So we have to work hard in the film room, really understand their tendencies and stuff like that. Hustle the ball. I know they're obviously a great team. I'm not going to take any credit away from them, but for us, it's just a matter of doing our job. Don't do more than what you have to do. Do your job, hustle to the ball, play hard, and that's all we can control. Just do what we can control.
Did your dad give you any tips afterwards?
No, he just told me to play hard. That's it. He didn't want to get too much into the scheme or any of that. He just told me, you look good out there, just make sure you have fun, hustle to the ball. That's it.
What does the defense have to do to take the next step forward?
As a young team, for us, it's really just, like I said, being strong in the film room, understanding what we have to do in the film room and stuff like that, hustle to the ball. And like I said, tendency is a big thing, what they do on third down, first down, stuff like that. So really for us is just get heavy into the film study. What can we do? How can we get an advantage mentally rather than physically?
In the Cincinnati game, it seemed like you came up against the run a little bit more even than Darius. Is that by design? Is that just how it came out, play by play?
That's really just how it came out. Situations where by play call, I was just down there. It wasn't a matter of me being down there on purpose. It just happened to be that way.
What have you heard about playing in Oklahoma?
I don't know. I know when my pops was playing here, he said he played Oklahoma his sophomore year. He said they were a loud crowd, pretty big environment, pretty stressful environment. It's going to be hot, humid down there. He's just like, make sure you hydrate, stuff like that. Physically, mentally, just silence the crowd. That's the biggest thing. Just be prepared for anything. Watch the tricky stuff like that. So just really be mentally focused and physically strong out there.
To have a challenge like that this early in the season, how are you guys feeling about that as a young team?
I think it's going to be exciting. It should really be interesting how the young guys adapt and what they how they prepare for this game, if that makes sense. So how are they going to take on the challenge? So we'll see a lot of the young guys either rise up to the occasion, which I think they will do. It should be fun for them because this is some of their first time traveling, that's another whole thing that you got to go through is the traveling process. But I think it should be good to see how these guys adapt to the situation. For me personally, I'm just going to take it game by game, practice by practice, and I think it should be fun for us.
Thanks, Quentin. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Quentin.